Hey y'all, this is Curlinda with Curlinda Can Cook, and today we are going to be making pineapple bowls. So, let's get ready, let's get set, let's get cooking. Alright, so what we have done here is we have started this dish. We've done a lot of our prep work already, but I want to show you what I've done with the rice. Now, we have cooked this rice to the point of where it is ready to steam. Basically, all of the water has boiled down out of it. So what I'm going to do is stir it up to loosen it up. Now, all I did with this was I put a cup and a half of rice and 2.5 cups of water, along with a half a stick of butter and a quarter tablespoon of salt. Now that we've gotten our rice to where it is ready to steam down, I am making cilantro lime rice. So what I'm going to do is go ahead now and add 2 tablespoons of lime juice, as well as I cut up some cilantro. And so what I'm going to do is give this a good stir into here, like so that as this rice continues to steam, it will incorporate the flavor of the lime juice, and also our cilantro will cook through into it as well. And what we're going to do now that we have this all stirred up, we're going to take it, we're going to turn our stove down on a medium-low heat, put our top on this, and let our rice continue to steam while we prep the rest of our ingredients for our pineapple bowls. So let's just go ahead and get this lid on and move on to the next step. Now we have our rice steaming over here with our lid on it. We're going to go ahead. I've already started carving out the pineapple because I want to be able to show you the inside of how I started. What I did was I took my pineapple, I split it in half vertically, and then I took and I cut it into cubes, basically slicing a square, because this part is going to be our bowl. And I'm just taking my knife and I'm going under the pineapple that's still in there. Because I've already sliced it around the perimeter, it is actually coming up out of there pretty easy. So this is all you want to do, is go ahead and cut your pineapple out of your pineapple shell, because that is going to be your bowl. And you want to clean that out pretty good and put that right over here, because we're going to use these pineapple chunks inside of our dish. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish this side and finish the other side, and then we'll move on. As you can see what's happening here. So since I went in a little crooked, I'm going to go ahead and just clean that up. And I'm going to repeat this to the other half of my pineapple as well. So now that we have pretty much gotten the pineapple out of the bottom of our pineapple shells, what I'm doing is taking my spoon and just kind of scraping the bottom to get it as even as possible. You don't want to get all of the pineapple out because you want to have a foundation, but in the end you want to have something that looks like this, so that this part is your bowl that your rice and your meat and vegetables is going to fit down in. So for our pineapple bowls, both sides, we have something that looks like this. Okay. So now that we have prepped our pineapples in our bowls, what we're going to do is take the inside of the pineapples, the chunks that we had, and we're going to cut them up kind of small. And we're going to get us about a cup excuse me. We're going to get us about a cup to a cup and a half of smaller pineapple chunks cut up. Hey, Genesis. Say hi. Tell everybody hi. You gonna say hi? You watching Mommy? Guys, Genesis has a birthday today. Come over here, Mama, so everybody can see you. And then they can tell you happy birthday. Miss Ginger has a birthday today. How old are you today, Mama? You're 4? Big girl, Genesis. Tell everybody what Daddy bought you for your birthday. You're not going to tell them? Well, Genesis got her a princess dollhouse for her birthday. She got her a unicorn cake and some unicorn ice cream. Genesis loves unicorns. So everything that she got was centered around her unicorns. And she got her dollhouse with her family and a car. Her little stuff that she wanted for her birthday. Now that we're cutting these up, see these little chunks right here that you had left? You can use those too. Because all of this is good sweet pineapple meat that you want to be able to put down inside your pineapple bowls. Now any other pineapple that I have left after I make this, I'm going to make some kind of pineapple dessert. I know I am. So I have about 1.5 cups over here of pineapple mixture, and that's what we're going to add to our shrimp that we're going to be putting in here. So we already chopped up our vegetables for that. And here we go. We're going to be adding some red bell pepper, some green bell pepper, as well as some purple onion. Also, these pineapples right here that we just chopped up from our pineapple bowls. And we're going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. So all of this is going to go into our shrimp. What we're going to do is get our pan ready so that we can get our shrimp fried down. I told y'all this meal right here is pretty quick. So we did a lot of prep work ahead of time. This is something that you could do. This is a half of a green bell pepper, a half of a red bell pepper, and this is a whole small purple onion that we have here. Quick, easy, simple, but it's going to seem like you did a whole lot of work to it. So let us go ahead and get our pan together so that we can get started frying this down for our shrimp. Alright, so now that we have everything together, what we've done is we have our pan heating on our stove. We've gone ahead and added us 2 tablespoons of oil to our pan. We let that heat up so that it can get a good heat and ready for our vegetables. We're going to go ahead and put our vegetables over in here and let them begin to saute some. Again, this is a half of a green bell pepper, a half of a red bell pepper, and a whole small purple onion. So we're going to just let this saute a little bit, and then we'll add our garlic to it. The last thing that we're going to add in here is our shrimp, because as always with your shrimp, you don't want to overcook them. And when we get ready to plate this, we are going to plate this inside of our pineapple. So just keep stirring this, let this stir until you get your vegetables almost to a full saute. Now that we have our vegetables almost fully sauteed down, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our minced garlic in here. Now you can use fresh garlic for this process if you want to, or you can use the garlic that's in the jar. Totally your call. This smells so good with this garlic cooking in here. You want to keep it moving, you want to keep it stirring, because what you don't want to do is allow your garlic to burn. Guys, if you have not already done so and you have been with me this long, go ahead and hit that subscribe button Make sure on the notifications you hit all so that you will be notified of all the videos that I post on my page. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video with a friend. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook at Curlinda Can Cook and on Instagram at Curlinda Can Cook. We are also now on Snapchat as well at Curlinda Can Cook. So go ahead and make sure that you follow us on all of our social media so that you can stay in the know and what we have going on. Soon we are going to be doing some giveaways. I'm so super excited about that. So you definitely want to make sure that you stay in the know on those, because you're going to love the prizes that we give away. So now that we have stirred in our garlic and we have our vegetables pretty much sauteed now, we are adding in our pineapple, just so that we can get our pineapple hot, and we want some of the sweet juices out of the pineapple to come up into the vegetables. You don't want it sweet, but you do want to get some of the natural juices out of the pineapple so that you can have that pineapple flavor a little bit. Give you like a little tropical Caribbean type feel to your dish. Hence, we are making pineapple bowls. Alright, so we're going to let this cook for about a good 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to add in our shrimp. So we have everything well incorporated with our vegetables, our garlic, and our pineapple. We're going to go ahead and put them in this bowl and let them set to the side. And now we are about to add our shrimp to our pan. Go ahead and get you a towel and wipe the excess oil out of your pan, like so. Then you'll have your pan that looks like this. Now here, what we're going to do with our pan is we're going to use a total of a half a stick of butter, but we're going to start out with 2 tablespoons. And we're going to go ahead and let that melt into the bottom of our pan. Also, what we have here is we have a 12-ounce bag of extra large shrimp. Now, I just got these shrimp from the frozen section in Walmart. If you want to get fresh shrimp out of your seafood department, you can. But, like I said, I was in Walmart, and Walmart, unfortunately, does not have a seafood department like Winn-Dixie does or in Publix does. Now, for me, this is a big no-no using this metal fork in my pan, just so you all know. I know better, because I say it all the time. Don't use that metal fork in that pan. Use your plastic or your wooden spoon. Use your wooden spoon, something like that. But that metal, it'll eventually pull up the bottom of your pan. It'll ruin your pan. So now that we have our butter good and hot, we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. And I am placing this shrimp in here because I want to make sure that I'm not putting any water in here from the bottom of my bowl, as well as I want to make sure that everything stays in one single layer as well as it's cooking. Now, to this point, I have not put any seasoning on this shrimp, but I am about to show you what I'm going to do. Obviously, we have our garlic already and our vegetables, so we don't have to worry about that. But what we're going to do is just sprinkle us a little bit of salt on here. Let me wash my hands. So like I said, for our shrimp, We're going to sprinkle us a little bit of salt on them. We're also going to sprinkle us a little bit of paprika. Some black pepper. Then we're going to finish it off with some Old Bay. Now at this point, if you want to add some sriracha, or if you want to add some red pepper flakes or something like that, go right ahead. Also, if you want to season your shrimp ahead of time, you can. But when I do this, I just chose to season it at the end because it makes the seasoning more intense. And that's what I'm looking for, is the flavor that wraps around my shrimp. Now what I'm going to do with this is go ahead and stir my shrimp and turn them to the other side. And as you can see, they're starting to turn pink. And that's what you want. Okay. So just go ahead and flip them over till you get them out and get them all turned to the other side. These shrimp smell so good. And then we're just going to let them cook down. They're sauteing down in that butter. And while they're doing their thing here, we're going to go ahead and add our other 2 tablespoons of butter. Y'all know me. I have my Imperial. I love, love, love my Imperial butter. And y'all know what? Butter makes everything better. So we're going to go ahead and let that butter melt down in there. And it's just going to give us a little bit of sauce. That's why I put the second half of the butter in the end, because it's just giving us a little bit of sauce to our finished dish. So go ahead and toss that around a little bit. And now I'm not turning these shrimp over. I'm just moving them around in the pan. And again, if you like a little bit of spice or a little bit of kick to yours, you can add your pepper. My husband doesn't tolerate a lot of heat, so unfortunately I can't add my pepper in the whole dish. But I can add it to my plate. So that's what I'm going to do here. So now that we have pretty much melted down all of our butter, we're going to go ahead and add all of our vegetables back into our pan. Because this now is, you can call this done. And just give it a good final stir. And what we're going to do now is just let all of this continue to boil up together. Not even boil, kind of fry a little bit up together. And we're going to get our spoon and we are going to taste it. Let's just go ahead and give it a good taste. Make sure everything is on point. That is the perfect mix of salt and Sweet, you have the sweet from the pineapple. You have a little bit of kick from the Old Bay. You have the salt that's coming off of the shrimp. And this is done, honey. Now all we have to do is plate up so we can eat up. We're going to give this one quick final stir. And go ahead and get us about a good nice spoon of rice. And drop it right down in our pineapple. And this is our lime rice with our cilantro. And all we're going to do now is take our shrimp and our onions and our pineapples and just sit it right on the top. Like so. Give my husband a lot of this shrimp. He loves shrimp, y'all. The man loves shrimp. Alright. So there we go with that. And that is it. You have yourself a shrimp pineapple bowl. Now you can do this with chicken, you can do this with shrimp, you can do this with shrimp and chicken, whatever your little heart desires. Go right on ahead and make it right on up. We've turned our stove off so that this can slow down the cooking process. As always, I want to say thank you all so much for stopping by my channel. You all don't know the love and support that I get from y'all just really keeps me going. Don't forget, if you try any of my dishes, make sure that you leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about it. I love to see what you all think about things. Don't forget to shout it out over on our Facebook at Curlinda Can Cook, over on Instagram at Curlinda Can Cook. Make sure you take your pictures and tag us, hashtag Curlinda Can Cook, right on in there. I would love to see what you all come up with. Again, thank you so much for watching. As always, you be blessed and make sure that you be a blessing. See you on the next video.